Hello and welcome to this edition of the Mastertoons podcast Xtended. I'm Ryoga316. Now, if you are just joining us, this is my solo podcast regarding the Mastertoons podcast from the Mastertoons Assembled group, which talks about anything and everything regarding the world of animation. Now, this episode is supposed to be my thoughts regarding the topics on the Mastertoons podcast, but a lot of news has been happening in the past couple of weeks, so I'll be providing the news and give my quick 2 cents about it. There's been a report from the Wall Street Journal this week that the HUD network is going to be dissolved. The toy company Hasbro and Discovery Communications, the company behind the Discovery Channel, co-developed the HUD network 4 years ago, but as of this week they decided that they're going to end their partnership together. So what's going to happen, according to the report, is that starting this fall, the Hub will be rebranded as the Discovery Family Network, and that Hasbro will control all of its programming during the 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Hours, while the rest of the hours will be controlled entirely by the Discovery Channel. Now, it is entirely unknown what would become the fate of the Hasbro-created shows, in particular My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, and Littlest Pet Shop. Now, people are speculating that these 2 shows might move on to other networks, namely that of Cartoon Network. Personally, I doubt that's going to happen for a number of reasons. Number 1, Hasbro still has control of the 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. slot on the slowly defunct Hub network, so chances are MLP and LPS will continue to air during those hours. Secondly, from what I recall, there is not a single show from a rival network within the United States that was able to air on Cartoon Network. The only exception to this rule would be Family Guy, Futurama, and American Dad. These shows normally belong to the Fox network as well as its the Comedy Central, which Fox also owns. But these 3 shows do air on Cartoon Network under their Adult Swim block. The only other shows that I can recall that Cartoon Network releases that's made from other companies would be coming from that of Teletoon, which is a Canadian-based company that produces shows like Johnny Test and Total Drama series. Lastly, I haven't really been catching up regarding My Little Pony and Littlest Pet Shop, as I actually stopped watching them after around season 2 or so. So I don't know if Hasbro has ordered a new season of both of these shows. So if they haven't, then it's probably that they're going to end the series as it currently is. The website Nick and More reported that Cartoon Network has written off 2 of their intellectual properties, Beware the Batman and Symbionic Titan. As a result, Adult Swim will be airing the last 7 episodes of Beware the Batman this Saturday, September 27th. After that, both Beware the Batman and Symbionic Titan will no longer air on Cartoon Network or on the Cartoon Network website. What this means is that both of these shows are of no value to Cartoon Network anymore and thus are removed under the Cartoon Network banner. Personally, I am a longtime fan of Symbionic Titan, and I hope that with this news, some other network may be able to pick up Symbionic Titan, air it on their channel, and hopefully if it gets popular enough, be able to produce more episodes. This news is a couple of weeks late, but Anime News Network has released new information on the new characters appearing in the upcoming anime Ai Tenchi Muyo. Ai Tenchi Muyo is the latest incarnation of the long-running Tenchi Muyo franchise, otherwise known to American fans as No Need for Tenchi. The original Tenchi Muyo series was aired in the 90s as home video about a boy named Tenchi who's become the center of affection from a group of alien women. The series became known for its depiction of the harem genre, in which the male protagonist gets along with several female characters, and popularized it rather in the world of anime. Ai Tenchi Muyo will compose of 55-minute shorts and will air on the Tokyo MX network in Japan October 6. A stage play adaptation of the hit anime series Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann will be held at Tokyo's Zenro Sai Hall Space Zero Theater from October 22nd to 26th this year. If you're not familiar with the series, Gurren Lagann is a story about a young boy named Simon, who, after living underground for much of his life, enters the surface with the help of his best friend Kamina. After rescuing a girl named Yoko and discovering a giant robot in the process, Simone and Kame now defend humanity from the attacks of the Beastmen, led by Lord Genom. The stage play adaptation of Gurren Lagann will be produced by the Gurren Lagann Engekihen Production Committee in cooperation with Studio Gainax, the studio that not only produced the Gurren Lagann TV series, but are also made famous for the anime series Neon Genesis Evangelion. Newsarama reports that Marvel has decided to no longer have artist Milo Manara do illustrations for variant covers of their ongoing Marvel Comics line. Manara was supposed to illustrate variant covers for Avengers and X-Men #1 and Thor #2. Instead, 2 other artists will provide the variant covers. This comes after Manara's variant cover for Spider-Woman #1 sparked controversy, with critics saying the artwork of Spider-Woman is sexist in nature. Personally, I am disappointed to hear of this. I didn't think there's anything wrong with the cover, as there was a similar cover like this in the case of Spider-Man. But Marvel ultimately decided to give in to these quote-unquote critics in hopes of not losing any potential subscribers. There may be perhaps a silver lining to all of this. Manara's variant cover for Spider-Woman #1 will be released as scheduled, so that cover will definitely be a collector's item. Finally, there's photos of an article by Rolling Stone's author Neil Strauss regarding Pendleton Ward and his decision to quote-unquote leave Adventure Time. Now, Pendleton Ward isn't exactly leaving Adventure Time. He's just stepping down as the head showrunner of the series, and he will continue working with the show as writer and storyboard artist. His decision to step down was mainly due to the immense popularity of Adventure Time and its franchise and merchandising, which pretty much gave him a lot of stress. In a way, it's similar to how Minecraft creator Notch has decided to step down as the head of Studio Mojang, the gaming studio behind the Minecraft game, as the company was bought by Microsoft. And that's it for this edition of the Mastertoons Podcast Extended. I'm Ryoga316. Thanks for joining me in this podcast, and I hope to see you all next time.